Oh my goodness me. Okay. I forgot this chair swings and now I look like I'm praising Jesus in church. Hey. Hello, my minions. You're not minions. You're very nice. I have had a change of scenery today. I thought, why not shake it up? Why not actually go out into the outside world and record? Because I can do that. Yeah. Because no one's home and no one's gonna judge me. My friend Lily has tagged me in the 2013 Nerimon YouTube survey. I'm actually doing a survey. So let's go, shall we? What is your biggest fear? Oh, my biggest fear is probably failure. I know that's a really common thing for people to say. Because, you know, everyone is afraid of failure. It like physically paralyzes me. I cannot handle people putting responsibility on me and me alone. Like, taking responsibility for something, like some huge thing, myself, freaks me out. I cannot do it. It just, it like paralyzes me. That's one of the reasons why I refuse to drive, because not only is that a big responsibility, it is also a life or death responsibility. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. I'm pretty sure I will get behind the wheel and be like, oh shit. Or maybe it's sandpepper with chicken legs. I had a nightmare about that once. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. How did you find out that Santa was not real? I think for me it was just a pretty obvious thing. My parents, one day, were just like, you understand that it's not real, right? And I was just like, of course. They used to tell me to keep it secret from my brother, who is 4 years older than me. What's the best idea you've ever had? I feel like the best idea I ever had was a couple of years ago when I was coming back from England. I was like, thinking about the time zones and shit. And I was like, I don't understand this. And I was thinking about how planes, when they fly around the world, they change time zones and stuff like that. And I was like, well, if you built a plane, right, that traveled 1 hour, specifically 1 hour, at a certain, like, area of the world, so that they were traveling, like, 1 hour each time zone, couldn't you technically, like, avoid time? Couldn't you just, like, stay on the same day for the rest of your life? And, like, I was having a freaking epiphany in the airport. Like, I was sitting there eating my fucking Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I was just like, I have come up with time travel. I have come up with the greatest thing in the entire world. And I was like, Dad, let me tell you about this great idea I have about time travel. Of course, my dad's like, oh, 12-year-old's idea on time travel, let's listen to it. Then I realized the whole day change thing that happens on the other side of the world, and it's like, my whole plan was just completely ruined, and I was destroyed. What is the most embarrassing thing your parents have ever done? Many of you may know my dad, because of the many things he does that are crazy as hell. Now, I cannot think of many specific times where those things have actually embarrassed me, because I have just been accustomed to it after 16 years of my life. But I think the one that probably I remember the most as being, like, embarrassing, was 3 years ago. I had a crush on this guy from school. It was middle school graduation. After we had finished graduation, me and my parents were in the car going to McDonald's because, wow, fancy graduation gift meal. McDonald's! And basically, I was like, I'm done with middle school now. I'm, like, cool now. I'm not in middle school anymore. So I'm gonna tell my parents that, like, I have a crush on this guy because I don't have to see him for the rest of the summer. Guess who was at McDonald's? Hey! And my dad's like, is that him? And I'm like, no, I don't know. Don't go and talk to him. So my dad gets up, and he goes over to their table. They've never met him before. He goes over there and just goes up to the guy, who's like 14 at the time, and goes, my daughter thinks you're hot. And do you want to know the worst part? I continued being friends with that guy for the next 3 years, and he still reminds me of it. But it's okay now because he's my boyfriend. Maybe my dad did me good there. If you were only allowed to pick one career for the rest of your life, what would it be? I think The one career that I want for the rest of my life is to be that one person at the weather center place that picks like what the names are for the hurricanes. Cause you know someone's got to do that, right? I could be like, yes, this next hurricane, yes, it must begin with an S. It is Hurricane Shaquanda. I mean, wouldn't that be amazing to be able to pick them all? Yeah, there is another like tropical depression, and we need you to name it. And I'd just be like, hell yeah, Hurricane Sam Pepper. Hopefully that one wouldn't get punched in the face. Oh, snap, she went there. You guys see him get punched in the face? Like he had blood and shit coming out. Oh. Go away, Bee! I know that you're, like, my fan, but you need to leave. That was my Nerimon survey this year. I am going to go back inside to my cave and my computer, and I'm going to cry about the whole McDonald's thing. And I'm also, for this video, tagging my friends Mark and Sabrina, but they're both great people, and I both want them to do the survey if they have time, and if they don't, then they can just continue on with their pathetic lives that don't include me. So it must be pathetic. I can't even make the fucking heart. That's not gonna do me any good. So yeah, this is the end of my video. You guys have actually sat through it. I'm proud of you. You know how it's going to end? Wow! Did you like my realistic splashing? I did. Health and safety!